G'day all, this is a Enjomor Stirling engine. I bought this from EngineDiyShop probably about 18 months ago. It didn't look anything like this. Here's a photo of what it looked like when it came. So I did these modifications. I did the plinth for it, and I made this spirit burner. It's got one of those rare earth magnets in the bottom of it, and so I put a steel little something for the burner to sit on, so the magnet's got something to grab and hold through the copper base, and turned up these brass bolts on the lathe, and I think it's dressed it up really nice. Now this Stirling engine was probably the cheapest engine I've ever bought. It was about $20. I don't think they're exactly that cheap now, and I think the design has changed slightly. But look, for a cheap $20 when I bought it, Stirling engine, it's remarkably a nice running little Stirling engine. What's really strange about it is, I'll just turn the camera a little bit and zoom in here. This is made from a glass syringe. Like, nothing's wasted in China. This is made from a glass syringe, and this bottom, this part here, is made from a glass medicine bottle that I've seen for sale on the different Chinese sites like Temu, etc. It's quite simple. It's got O-rings in here. It did have a little generator in here, and there was a globe attached here. Look, that was, honestly, that was crap. Of those things I got rid of. But look, enough talk. I'll get some metho. We'll put some metho in here. I say metho, but a lot of people all over the world call it spirits or methylated spirits. But as I always say in the videos, Aussies, we shorten everything down. Put a couple of drops there to get that wick wet. Put the cap on the methylated spirits, or the metho. So I made that out of aluminium, and you might be able to see what that's made out of. This brass bit, that's the left side or the right side of a tap spindle, and a hole drilled through as a breather hole. So we'll light this up. Yep, that's a light, and we'll come back when this little cheap Chinese Stirling engine from EngineDiyShop and made by Enjomor has come up to the correct operating temperature. See you soon. Okay, we're back. This should be up to the right temp now to run. So let's see if we can start this. Oh, there we go. This would be the cheapest engine that I've ever bought, and with these little modifications, I think it's a really nice addition to my collection of Stirling engines. I used a different spray varnish, and that heat from the spirits flame is enough. I can just see it's affecting that, so that's going to need some attention. I'll have to actually rub that back and put some the high temp varnish that I've got. Didn't think that would happen being that far away, but that's a job to do. I'm really happy with it, the way this has turned out. As I said before, that's just made from a cut down glass syringe. It's cracking along. It's enough to vibrate the turntable that's on now. So here we are, the cheapest Chinese Stirling engine, made by Enjomor. Bought it from EngineDiyShop, and it's really cracking along here. I've made drive pulleys for a lot of cheap Stirling engines, but I don't think it's worth it for this one. I don't think this one would have much power to run. Absolutely no, it's got no power. Just touching that then. So even though it's cracking along, it's really moving. This would be also the weakest Stirling engine. Yeah, that wouldn't drive. That wouldn't drive. You can just hear it wind itself back up again. That wouldn't drive even the most basic, easiest accessory that I've got. But all in all, I'm pretty stoked the way that looks. Like a nice timber plinth always dresses up any engine. And as you saw in the photos that I put up, it had a generator here that's gone, that's in the bin. This was held up by I think it was six steel nuts on either side, and I made these two brass risers which look a lot better. Yeah, it's really picking up some speed now. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's moving along. Pretty cool what it's made out of, all these recycled bits and pieces. But us older blokes, we don't realise how hard it is for the kids and stuff to get into this hobby. So $20 little kit engines like this, it's something that a young boy or girl for that matter could buy and start themselves off in the hobby. because as we know, everything's getting dearer and dearer, and this is something that kids could get and set them on the path of a lifelong hobby. Just see if I can, it's going a bit fast now. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, no, that might be able to run. Might be able to run, don't know where, not sure where it, yeah, it has actually got, I didn't see that before. I'll just get a pencil, point in here. It has got a groove here for a drive belt. That's interesting. Well, that's going to be, so now I've got two jobs now. I've got to fix this varnish where just that little bit of heat, I can hardly feel it, but it's been enough, so I won't be using that cheaper varnish again. What I liked about it was that it dried in 10 minutes instead of 24 hours. So, you know, most of us blokes were impatient. We like something to dry as quick as possible. When you read 24 hours on the can, it's always a bit of a kick in the gut. You think, geez, I wish I could dry that quicker. I know that the Aussie sun helps dry stuff, but some varnishes, they really do take a long time, and you get bloody dust, hair and flies stuck into them. But that's interesting to see that little drive pulley there. Alright guys, just give you another minute or so of looking at this little engine. I really like it. Before I let you go, I'll show you something else that I've done. I've showed this before. This is an old stainless steel drawer that I got from a friend who works in a bar, and it's just been unreal. It's so handy to be able to just pull that out from underneath my work table. But this is something I made in the last week, which I'm really happy with and pretty pleased with. This just slides out, and right at the right hand side of me where I'm sitting, I've got access to all of these handy tools, it's just been unreal. Just show you that again. It's fantastic. I'm really stoked with that. It's nice to be able to show you something off now and again. But there we are, this little Stirling engine. Modded up to make it looks, you know, it doesn't look like a $20 engine, I can tell you, on that plinth. Alright, as always guys, really appreciate the views, always appreciate the comments. Thank you for supporting my channel. As always, bye for now, take care.